What is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome back to episode number 42 of Park to Prem here with Nottingham Forest. Today we've got a huge game at home against Man City. Of course, a team whom last season, in the final episode of the season, caused us a little bit of heartbreak. We're going to hope to get some revenge over them today. And, well, since you were last here, we've really got our teeth into the new season. We've played about 2 months, and we've had some pretty good results on the pitch, which I think is where we'll start things, because, well, since that win against Sheffield United, whilst we've only been able to replicate the 5-0 scoreline once, on the whole, we've looked really, really good. The first game we had was against Burnley, and let me tell you now, we've discussed the show. He did it again, everyone. There was a rerun. He got a hat-trick in the space of 11 minutes in the latter stages of this game. Scored his first from a free kick. His second, perhaps the least impressive of the three. A bit of a scrappy one. Luis Navio bagging himself an assist. But then the third goal, oh my word. A solo effort. He skipped through. He used his agility and his balance just to ride off a tackle and slotted it into the bottom corner. What an incredible way for him to, well, announce the fact that he wants to go to PSG. Yeah, he is still unhappy. He's still kicking off, despite the fact the transfer window has shut. Anyway, the next game we had was against Chelsea, of course, the big dog, I feel like, of this save game. We gave them a really, really good game in this one, as you can see from the match stats. Unfortunately, we did fall just a little short, despite taking the lead twice in this game. We took the lead through who else but Erk. He got another goal here. I believe it was Boyer out on the right-hand side with the assist. Then Callum Smith scored his first of 2 goals in this game for them. Of course, he has forever been a thorn in our side. He got the first goal for Chelsea here. As we went into the second half, we managed to get another goal. We got into the lead again. It was Boyer with it lurking at the back post. The Frenchman has slotted into the team reasonably well. I say that, over the last couple of games he's been a little more disappointing, but he got a goal here. Unfortunately, it still wasn't enough. Chelsea worked the ball around nicely. Kai Havertz was lurking at the back post, and then in the 82nd minute, 10 minutes left, right as you thought, oh, maybe we can get a draw here, Smith scored for them to kill any hope of the dub, and well, with that, it finished 3-2. A good game though, lots of reasons for optimism. Luis Navio at left-back this year has actually started the season really, really well. He has got 3 assists and a goal in 5 Premier League games. And as you can see, continuing to develop, his work rate's gone up to 17. He's suddenly starting to look like a left-back, everyone, which is very, very exciting stuff. Anyway, the next game we had was against Southampton. This was a really disappointing result. We lost the game via a last-minute penalty that was given away by Leak on his debut. Yeah, not really a debut for the Englishman to remember. Not a very good game either. I feel like on another day, we could have won this one. On another day, we'd probably draw this one. Unfortunately for us, you know, we gave away the penalty late on, and Amlo's goal that he got wasn't quite enough. You can see, looking at the team, we did rotate things a little bit for this match. You know, I want to give some of the new players a chance to prove themselves. Anyway, the next game we had against Brighton was a good one. It finished 4-1. A flurry of late goals scored here. The most notable was by Vlad Poiana, the Romanian striker. A little burst of pace by him through the middle. Nice little finish as well, made it 4-1 in extra time. And so far, he has proven himself to be a really, really good impact sub for us. He has 3 goals in 4 appearances in the league, only one of which has been a start. One thing that I've really wanted for a number of seasons is a striker who I can bring on off the bench with, you know, 30 minutes left, 35 minutes left, and expect to make an impact. So far, Vlad, tick that tick box. We may have found that player with this man. Marcelo could never. Anyway, the next few games were very good wins too. We beat St Etienne 2-1 in our first Europa League game. In terms of our Europa League draw, you can see here we've been drawn with Real Betis, St Etienne, and also Legia Warsaw. Of course, Legia being the team that Piotr started his career at, so he gets a little homecoming of sorts later on. All in all, though, in the Europa League, I'm expecting us to make it through relatively comfortably. The 2-1 win against St Etienne could have been a few more, but I mean, it's a win. I'm not going to panic too much about it just yet. Anyway, next game was against Bournemouth, a 5-0 win in this one. You may have noticed Gonzalez very frequently getting on the score sheet. He got a couple in this game, as did Vlad. But yeah, so far, so good for Gonzalez. I mean, last year he got 3 goals in the league in 11 games, and that was from January onwards. So far, he's got 4 in 5. So the experiment, the gamble, perhaps you could call it, to drop Amlo to the bench and start Gonzalez, it's starting to feel like it was probably worth doing, and it's going to be the right decision longer term. And while most recently we took on Wolverhampton Wanderers EFL Cup, of course we got knocked out by Wolves in the FA Cup. This time we got the better of them. So yes, all in all, a good little start to the season. Unfortunately for us, we are in second, but Chelsea, they are just pulling away with things. They already have a 4-point gap at the top of the table. You can see Erk has been in great form. Of course, he got that hat-trick against Bournemouth, which definitely inflates some of his player stats, but his average rating of 7.98 is a really, really good contribution. And look at the green arrows, they're still here. There's going to come a day where he stops improving, and I'm going to feel really, really sad. But until that day comes, we're going to continue to big him up. And hopefully, he's going to stop asking to leave. I hope. I mean, look, the transfer window's closed, Kursat. You've got to let it go, mate. You've got to let it go. Anyway, in terms of some transfer news, and I have no idea if I'm going to have made this the title. I may well have done. I have decided to spend £24 million on a 15-year-old. Yeah, that makes a good title, doesn't it? £24 million 15-year-old signing. I don't know. The YouTube algorithm's weird. You have to put in... If you put in large sums of money, people click on these videos. So if you've clicked on this video to find out about who this mysterious man is, here he is. I will confess, he has actually turned 16 since we actually agreed to sign him. But this is Abdul Karim Ballo. He is a Bayern Munich left winger. You can see here he's got 20 determination. He turned 16 just a couple of days ago. As a result, he's not actually going to join us for about 2.5 years. We have to wait for him to turn 18, sadly. But all in all, he looks like a really, really, really great player, loads of potential. My scouts love him. Obviously, £24 million is quite a lot of money for any player, but the money was burning a little bit of a hole in my pocket. As you can see, looking at things, we've still got £40 million transfer budget. We've still got £200 million in the bank. I kind of just felt like we could afford to make this kind of transfer. Obviously, in terms of the tactical system, I've not actually tweaked anything since the start of the year. I thought there might be a need, to adjust stuff based off performances if I was starting to notice patterns. But no, so far, I'm really liking the look of it. I think the big standout thing for me, really, about the team is a lot of the players we signed last year who didn't really get going, they kind of feel like new transfers because they're offering what I was hoping they'd offer last year. I'm kind of looking at the likes of Gonzalez with his 5 goals in 7. Equally, Van Dijk's looked very good. He has had a little bit of an injury to deal with, which is a bit of a shame. I feel like he's constantly had these. He was out with a thigh strain, as you can see here, for 3 weeks. But the good news is, he is back in the team today, and of course, this is a very big game against Man City. We want to get a win here. Lind and Sampaio struggling a little bit for fitness, but I feel like they're worth the gamble to play, in all honesty. To be honest, Sampaio has been a little disappointing this year. I feel like that is because I'm comparing him to Luis Navio at left-back, who has 3 assists and 1 goal. Sampaio, by comparison, only the 1 assist, but the big thing for him really is he is continuing to develop. He is continuing to improve. I think one thing we have to remind ourselves with this team is, the majority of the team are under the age of 21. There's loads and loads of players who have got plenty of time to develop and fully realise their potential. And of course, on the bench, we've got really good depth. It's depth that I've not really tapped into, I don't think, just yet. Not maybe rotated the team as much as I need to, but I was very, very keen to get off to a good start here today. Anyway, let's get into this game against Man City. We've got a tough month ahead, so a win here could really set us up nicely. At home, I would back us to get a good result here. Obviously, it's going to be a good little test for the system. We went toe-to-toe with Chelsea. Obviously, it finished 3-2 to them, so maybe it wasn't quite toe-to-toe. They kind of trod on our toes a little bit, but we gave them a really good game. I'm hoping against a Man City team who you may remember dominated that last game of the season when we really needed a win. I'm hoping that we're going to, show the progress that we've made. I feel like we look a lot better as a team. I feel like I feel we've got something working here. And I think for a while we didn't quite know what our best system was, how, it was best to approach games. I feel like when I look at this team now, I go, yeah, this is a top 4 team. And I haven't necessarily felt like that, in previous seasons here at Nottingham Forest. I feel like in the past I've always felt like we were overachieving, I suppose. We were kind of outperforming what should be expected of us, whereas I look at the team now, we have genuine quality in this team going forward. It is a really, really good team that we've been able to build up, and whilst, there's a few areas of the pitch, maybe right back isn't a good example of it, where younger players just need to grow into the roles a little bit and will be better there in the coming years. On the whole, I think there's absolutely no denying that we are a Champions League quality team. And, well, hopefully we're going to prove it in the rain here, as we have a really long highlight to start, which is making me anxious for the fact there's going to be an early chance in this game. What it does give us a good chance to do is just watch us knock the ball around. We are very good at passing the play around. Look at this. This is actually beautiful. Gonzalez, can you square it? He goes on his own. It's a superb goal. What a goal that is. A minute gone. Patient play. Went all the way back to our defence. Spread the play wide. Lots of little first-time passes. And in the end, it's found its way into the back of the net. That is, I think everyone on the pitch touched the ball there as far as we're concerned. The ball there by Lind, though, was superb. Was expecting Gonzalez to smash it into the side netting, but no, it cannons in off the post. What a fantastic goal for the Spanish forward. Kind of feeds into the narrative that I'm trying to give of, hey, look, we're actually good now, everyone. We're not bad. Anyway, we've got a chance here. What can we do, Sampaio? Unleash the cannon. It's into the box. Erk doesn't win those in the air. It's headed off the line. Oh, my word. The goalkeeper was in a bit of no man's land. You'll notice, actually, Man City spent big on a goalkeeper in the summer. They bought Van der Voort in, who is undoubtedly one of the best wonder kid goalkeepers. He's very good in this save game too, but well, so far he's looking questionable as we knock it around superbly, and I thought it was going to be offside. It's not going to be offside. Thank you, linesman. I say that like there's no VAR to overrule him. What a lovely goal. 2-0 up. This time, we went with the short throw-in. They all were backed into the box. It gave us a chance to play it short. Navio whips it in dangerously. Boy, yeah, I love the unselfishness of the header down to Van Dijk there. Although I'd probably rather he score. Obviously, it did end up in the back of the net, so let's not criticise the fact that he decided to pass it rather than shoot there. But 20 minutes gone. Man City, I was about to say yet to have a shot. Then they have a free kick in our box. And it finds its way in. Of course they score with their first shot of the game. So why we can't have nice things, everyone? I mean, let's hope that's not going to offer them a way back into the game. So Urso winning the header there. Who was that who missed it? It was Sampaio with it. I mean, I shouldn't have clicked on him. I've already kind of thrown him under the bus a little bit this episode and said, he's kind of not lived up to expectations. Continuing to do it here, everyone. Just naming and shaming him constantly. Anyway, we've had a corner. We've committed men forward, and now Man City are looking to spring the counter-attack. Unfortunately for them, Luis Navio is there. Lind now with it. Big ball to Van Dijk. Can he finish this? This would be a great goal. He's kicked it straight at the keeper. David Lind again there with a defence unlocking pass. I feel like he didn't do enough of those last year, playing kind of deep line playmaker in our old system. But actually in this year, in this system, I feel like there's better movement ahead of him. And that might be down to the quality of the players. But he does seem to just come out with these defence splitting passes. Unfortunately, the passing was lacking there. Oh my word. I mean, Gonzalez has gone down there like he's been shot. And I don't think he was shot, but he may well have been tripped up here. There was no one in the box. There was no danger. De Urso earned an assist. We now wait with bated breath for VAR to give its verdict. If it is a penalty, I'm very surprised. It is a penalty. Well, we have a chance, although I've had an issue with penalties this year, but Miguel Antonio, the defensive mid, he's got 15 penalty taking, everyone. This man can take a penalty. Look at him go. He stands up with confidence. And he misses. I swear to God, I have no luck with penalties this year in Football Manager. He's got 15 penalty taking. I know his composure and finishing aren't quite there. Oh, God, I hate everything. Let's hope that doesn't cost us. Of course, Man City missed a penalty versus us when we took them on at the end of the year. It's our turn to miss one now, apparently. Oh, I've got my head in my hands. I mean, at 2-1 at half-time, it doesn't feel as comfortable as it could have been. We've been dominant in this game. They've had one shot on target and it's found the back of the net. I'm still going to tell the players I'm pleased with how things are going, but oh, the missed penalty. Things you hate to see. We really need to win this one as well. I hope that we're not going to live to regret that. I might look to make some changes before too long. Get some fresh legs on. I've talked about Vlad. I've bigged up the Romanian speedster. Still needs to show us what he can do in a live com. Anyway, Gonzalez with the ball here. Options to his right. Decides he's just going to run along with it to his right. Erk's in the middle, but he is on his own. Can he pick him out? He can, and Erk just wins a header that he should never win. To be fair, their right back is very small as well. Two players not known for their aerial prowess. One of them has to win the battle. And in the end, it's Erk on the stroke of the hour mark who is going to get the goal here. Gonzalez definitely could have passed it wide, but he decided to go on his lonesome. I mean, Erk wins the battle of the players not jumping for a ball normally. It's a good header. It's a really good finish. He's on a yellow. I have noticed that there's a couple of players on yellow cards, which does scare me a little bit. I think here we'll make some changes. I'm going to take off Miguel Antonio. I don't know if I can forgive him for missing that. We'll bring in Juanjo Hernandez. Actually, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to make Juanjo Hernandez going at right back. And then I'm going to take off Sampaio and Matty. Matty. I don't feel like I say Matty's name enough, although I say that every time I do say his name. He's kind of our little James Milner. He can play everywhere. Today I need him to do a little job for us as a ball-winning midfielder. I don't want to go a man down now. I feel like this game is a game that we're in complete control of. They've kind of come with this 4-4-1-1, and we've dominated them. We've looked by far and away the better team. Their only goal from a set-piece, but speaking of which, they have a set-piece there. The header, though, mercifully goes over the crossbar, and we live to fight another day. 10 minutes left. I'm going to do a little bit of encouragement, I think, everyone. Unfortunately, they all absolutely hate encouragement. Apparently, I should just shout at them angrily. Minutes left now. I think we've got a huge win here, and it's a great performance, a controlled performance as well. That is, I mean, that's as good as it gets, isn't it? Erk, I think, is going to get man of the match there on an 8.3. You can see, for Manchester City, they really didn't get going. Their goalkeeper had the joint highest average rating for the game, which is usually a pretty good indicator as to how things have gone for them. As far as I'm concerned, though, what a great controlling display. We scored some really nice goals there. Gonzalez up front looked superb. Boyer and Van Dijk certainly contributed. Maybe could have been a few more as well. As you can see here, Nottingham Forest turned dominance into victory. It was dominant. It was as kind of simple as it gets. Unfortunately, Barcelona looking at Erk. Ansu Fati, can you not talk nicely of Erk, please? Stop it. Stop it. Sources close to Erk have indicated he'd be extremely interested in a move and appreciate it. Get out of here. Get in the bin. This is like Regina all over again. This is like, he's not for sale. He's got a long contract. You're going to have to make the kind of chairman sell him. I just can't afford to lose him. He's got 5-star current ability now, everyone. That's how good he is. I mean, the star ratings are kind of arbitrary because they're based off your team. And so 5 stars doesn't actually mean a lot. But he's just better than everyone else. Also, for the Bill Summers fan club that I know was being established last episode, little update on Bill. He's scoring goals in non-competitive games. He's not actually scoring as many as you'd like to see, but he is developing and he is now a fully fledged Scottish under-21 international. So, yeah, he's getting on people's radars. I'm still very, very excited about him as a prospect. Anyway, gang, I think that's going to wrap up things from me today. I hope you have enjoyed today's episode. Really good result against Man City. We look pretty towards the top of the table. Hopefully we can keep this momentum going now. In terms of when we'll be back, I imagine we'll come back towards the kind of mid-November point. Maybe even for a game against Legia or a game against West Ham. I feel like those are 2 games we'll keep an eye on. Of course, we could be wrapping up the Europa League by the time we next take on Legia. And it would be nice to just have a little bit of a focus on, I suppose, the Europa League, even if, compared to last season, I don't feel as obliged to show each and every minute of the group stage. But that's all from me today. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys again tomorrow. It is me, Jack, and I'll talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out.